In this edition of City News, see what new piece of equipment will be used around Hawthorne. Also see what the Beach Boys, Jim Thorpe, and Sears Lumber have in common. Plus, we'll show you why these middle school girls are spending their summer in science labs. These stories and much more coming up on City News. Hello and welcome to City News. I'm Jennifer Murillo. The Hawthorne Police Department, in conjunction with the Public Works Department, acquired new technology. Several police officers and engineers are receiving training on their latest equipment, the Leica 3D scan station.
This machine draws exactly to scale what you see at the scene, down to the smallest fraction of an inch.
So what it's designed to do is be set up inside of a crime scene or a fatal accident, where they set up the system, and they can scan three-dimensionally the entire scene to be able to reproduce it for later measurements, later scene representation or recreation in court presentation.
The Leica 3D scanner is owned by very few departments in the South Bay and the only machine that meets court standards for scientific analysis.
Instead of just settling for a newer version of a total station that requires the same amount of manpower and everything, we started looking at ways that we could acquire this better technology that would really help us provide a better service in our criminal investigations and be able to map our traffic accidents and our traffic fatalities much better.
This Leica Scan Station P20 will help the police department do a lot more in less time.
A typical scene will take them 2 to 3 hours to document. With a system like this, it's anywhere between 15 and 20 minutes. So it really enhances their time and effectiveness in the field.
It can scan a vehicle or an object, and if that object has been crushed, let's say, like a car, so the front end of it is crushed, you can also scan a light car, same model, and then determine how much, you can measure each point and determine how much crush has been involved with the car that you're looking at. And through those formulas, you can come up with speeds and directions and basically an automated digital image of how a crash occurred.
While the scanner will be used by the police department, it will also be used by city engineers.
It's a great inspection tool. You know, you can always measure something after the fact, after it's been built. And it does it quickly.
This equipment was purchased for over $105,000. The Public Works Department utilized funds from the non-gas tax street fund, and the police department paid the remaining from asset forfeitures.
This thing can do a lot of different functions. For traffic, we use it for fatalities, accident reconstruction. The city can use it for engineering. We can use it for looking at the effects on the city, and should we have a disaster of some kind, there's structural damage to the place, we can do it for threat analysis.
Captain Keith Kaufman says that the more technology, the better tools they have, the better service they will be able to provide. For HCTV, I'm Jennifer Murillo. To learn more about this scanner, visit www.leica-geosystems.us. Some of the world's greatest athletes, renowned celebrities, and gifted innovators from the 20th century lived in Hawthorne. Community members recently gathered together to remember their hometown heroes. Shantae Passmore brings us more.
The Beach Boys' iconic tune, Surfing USA, captured the California sound that was created in the 60s. And the Hawthorne Historical Society recently honored them and others at their second annual Hall of Fame Banquet.
There's been a lot of celebrities, athletes, and businesses that have come through here that have made an impact not just on the city of Hawthorne, but in California and some of them even the world.
One of our hometown heroes is Jim Thorpe, who was the best athlete, can be considered the best athlete in the world. Competed in football, competed in baseball, competed in track and field, won Olympic medals.
Other honorees included free fall cinematographer Carl Banish, school administrator Reese Walton, and Sears Lumber Company.
I think the Historic Society has made big strides in making sure that the community at large is aware, as well as California.
As a history teacher, I could tell you that having a historical sense of what's going on is very important.
The Banquet is a pre-celebratory event for the hometown holiday, Good Neighbors Day.
The dinner last year was so successful because everyone enjoyed seeing the history. It gives you a little bit of the history of Hawthorne.
According to organizers, the Historical Society hosts the annual event to not only share the city's history, but instill hometown pride among residents. For HCTV, I'm Shantae Passmore.
To find out more information about the Hawthorne Historical Society's Hall of Fame or to visit its museum, visit www.hawthornehistorical.com. The Hawthorne Historical Society hosted their 5th annual Good Neighbors Day.
Thank you for coming out, being part of the car show, being a vendor, being part of the giveaways. You are what makes Hawthorne happen.
Music kicked off the event that went on for 5 hours.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no.
This is a day that I think brings people, as you can see, from past to present.
And it's an opportunity for all the people who used to live here before, moved on to other areas, and the people who live here to commingle and to be able to share stories of how what life was here in the city of Hawthorne, and a lot of anecdotes from the past. And just celebrate Hawthorne and be proud that they're Hawthorne residents.
And it's something that we support greatly. We recognize the need to be historic in a sense of learning and knowing who brought about Hawthorne many years ago, and to provide the resources through the City Council and the city to those that want to make that happen.
Cars of many makes and models line the streets for residents to enjoy.
Well, it's awesome. It's neat to just meet all people are coming out here to see the cars, just to see the people who are here with their booths, right? Good mix for the community.
I've always been in cars ever since I was little. And I remember back in 1970, when I first saw this car in 1970, I always said if I could ever get one, I'm going to get one, because they're totally different.
All these cars are all done up. They have good paint jobs, nice chrome parts. It's really nice.
Artwork also made its first appearance at Good Neighbors Day, with local artists displaying their talents.
I am having a wonderful time. As you can see, I was just dancing to the Beach Boys, some of the old Beach Boys tunes, and having a great time. And I am so pleased that this year we have been able to include a demonstration of the artists who were exhibited at Phantom Galleries.
This is the one opportunity the city gets to come together and celebrate its diversity.
Several groups, organizations, and a few vendors also displayed what they had to offer. To learn more about Hawthorne's history, visit www.hawthornehistorical.com. Middle school girls from the city of Hawthorne are taking math science to the next level. Kelly Moody has the story.
Isabella is a rising 8th grader at Hawthorne Middle School, but she already has her sights set on a future in the medical field and is spending part of her summer break studying biology at UC Irvine.
But we're using the microscopes every day, and we're learning to recognize the parts of a cell.
Isabella is one of 16 students in Hawthorne to be awarded scholarships to go to Tech Trek, an all-girls camp focused on science, engineering, technology, and math. Tech Trek began in 1998 under the American Association of University Women and continues to spread nationally.
We have actually engaged the UCI graduate students that are going into their PhD, and they are joining us in being the dorm monitors for the girls. And so we've expanded that, and because of it, the girls have been able to go to specific labs that focuses on science.
Each of the 111 attendees of Tech Trek was sorted into different core classes. The ladies in the biology group were asked to identify different plant and animal cells today.
The program is important because it opens the world to girls who would never have this opportunity. We actually try to work with girls that may not have had this experience. We don't ask for the A students. We prefer, that teachers nominate students that certainly are going to be benefiting from this experience and would be eager to learn.
And these Tech Trek campers are certainly excited to learn more. From coding to analyzing cancer cells and making prototypes for household products, the Tech Trek girls are on the path to becoming scientific female leaders. This is Kelly Moody, HCTV.
This was the first year that Tech Trek incorporated coding and app development through Verizon Wireless to its curriculum. Verizon Wireless announced its partnership with Tech Trek at the White House Science Fair last year. Coming up next on City News, see how these golfers are benefiting Hawthorne families. Plus find out why local artists have gathered in an empty storefront. There's more news ahead. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It was not another day at the office as business leaders within the city attended a golf tournament for a good cause. Shantae Passmore has more.
The city's Chamber of Commerce held their first annual Hawthorne Invitational Golf Classic at Rio Hondo Golf Club.
Today it's all about help strengthening the chamber and also some of the business relationships that happen as well. And so having an outing like this helps unify everybody.
The concept for the first annual event came from the city treasurer, L. David Patterson.
It was always been in the back of my mind as a good idea to maybe raise some money for a good cause.
Benefit proceeds go towards a holiday staple program and is made possible by several partnerships.
We have our Thanksgiving and Christmas where we give away turkeys for Thanksgiving and with bags of groceries, 300, and 500 turkeys at Christmas with thousands of toys for the children.
We're partners, no matter how you look at it, because we support the chamber supports us. We have an interest in the city. We are in the city, so we work for projects that do help the city.
In addition to supporting the holiday program, many golfers are on par with each other when they say the tournament is all about having fun on the course. For HCTV, I'm Shantae Passmore.
For more information about the Hawthorne Chamber of Commerce, call 310-676-1163. Looking for ways to help homeless veterans and their families? LA Stand Down will be coming to the Los Angeles Convention Center in December, where under one roof, veterans and their families will be able to get haircuts, clothing, and help find housing and employment. To learn more about this event, visit www.usvetsinc.org. Phantom Galleries, a nonprofit organization that opens storefronts and turns them into art galleries, has brought their third exhibit to the city since last August. Daniel Lindley brings us more from the latest event.
The beautiful art that you see is part of the creation of, being a director, being in the art community. And I've been in the art community for the last 4 years now, doing exhibitions in other places.
Gloria Placencia, a former businesswoman, took the role as curator for Phantom Galleries after her back accident, which rerouted her profession into art.
I love painting, and painting got me into photography. Became a photographer, but I also studied gallery management, and that led me to exhibit.
As Hawthorne's art community continues to grow, more and more people are coming to Phantom Galleries to exhibit their work.
I've been here now in Hawthorne about 6.5 years, and it always seemed like a vast land. And I'm really glad that Gloria was able to get this storefront and turn it into, to me, is one of the nicer galleries I've seen in a while.
So you know what? It's funny when you think of art. You don't think of art in the city of Hawthorne in the kind of the same thing, same sentence. So it's nice that there's this little hole in the wall gallery that everybody can kind of congregate to.
The 2,500 square foot gallery featured over 160 artworks, a live professional harp player, and a judged art show.
I think it's great that there's so much work here by so many local artists, including students, and who are some of the people I've talked to. This is the first time they've ever had a piece in a gallery.
It's great to see a place where you can actually see and meet with other artists. It's just great.
Susan Melly, the first place winner of the Judge Art Show, told us she got her inspiration from her mother's passing.
The sewing machine is like the one that she used. It's from 1920. We found a lot of her old sewing machines and all sorts of sewing tools and materials that she used, which I started integrating into my art.
Gallery H of Phantom Galleries will be on display until late August. For HCTV, I'm Daniel Lindley.
For more information on the art exhibition, visit www.phantomgalleriesla.com. The Holly Park Homeowners Association held their 5th annual Movies in the Park.
It's an event that brings the community together and to watch a good movie. And who doesn't love to watch a good movie with their family?
Everybody is invited, and you can bring your own stuff. You don't have to pay for nothing. You just sit down and relax and watch the movie.
Before the movie began, children had the opportunity to enjoy various activities held at the park.
There's clown painting, there's jumpers for the kids, and lots of food and lots of great time to mingle with your community leaders and also your residents.
I really do like face paints because
because it makes your face look really pretty sometimes. And I like Holly Park because now they have jumpers and they have balloons and they have face paint.
The Homeowners Association also held a raffle where they were giving away a World doll, a Chrome notebook, and more, as well as a special performance by the Fierce Cadets from Cimarron Elementary School.
Here in Holly Park, they have roughly 30,000 people that live over here in Holly Park, and it's excellent that they do this every single year, every summer.
Having something like a summer event like Movies in the Park is kind of that perfect, like, quintessential summer event, and so kind of having something like this where there's something kind of for everyone.
I love seeing the smile on the kids' faces. I love seeing people dance. I love the energy that this event brings, and when I see that, it makes it all well worth it.
As it got darker, winners of the raffle were called up to collect their prize, and the 2015 Homeowners Association Student Scholarship winner was announced.
Callie Jefferson, scholarship recipient 2015, $500.
It feels great. You know, I worked hard and I was able to get rewards for that.
After the presentation, everyone settled down to watch the movie. And enjoy the rest of the evening with family and friends. For HCTV, I'm Jennifer Murillo. To find out about future events at Holly Park, visit their website at www.hollyparkhomes.org. Keep it right here on Channel 22 for these future city news stories. We'll have you learn about the Special Olympic athletes that visited the city of Hawthorne. Also see how the Kiwanis Club celebrated their annual carnival. And we'll take you to National Night Out. That does it for this edition of City News. Thanks for watching. If you have any story ideas, please call us at 310-349-1630. Don't forget you can watch City News online on YouTube by searching Hawthorne Community Television. We'll leave you now with more footage from Good Neighbors Day. See you next time.